A very good evening and welcome to Uganda Catholic Television. This is Thursday, 29th May of 2025. I am Joseph Kabali. Lugazi Diocese is in the final stages of preparation for the first National Schools pilgrimage to the Uganda Matters Catholic Shrine in Namugongo. Father Matthias Maweje, the chairman of the liturgy committee, has told Uctv that a special choir composed of students from both primary and secondary schools within the diocese has assembled and is actively rehearsing. The initiative aims to promote faith among young learners and deepen their connection to the legacy of the Uganda Matters through prayer and music.
Yes, as the chairman of the liturgy committee, we had to come up with a strong choir which is going to represent all the schools of Lugazi Diocese. Okay. So the schools which make this choir, we have 4 secondary schools, and then we also have primary schools who are coming as dancers, 2 of them, 2 primary schools. So the secondary schools, we have Namilyango College. Each school was supposed to bring 100 choir members, okay, but we have more than 100 in some schools. Okay. So the choir comprises of more than 400 learners. Okay. So we have Namilyango College, we have Mount St. Mary's, Namagunga, we have Our Lady of Africa, Namilyango, we have St. Joseph Secondary School, Nagarama. Those are the ones who are in the voices. Okay. Then the dancers, those youngsters whom we see of the primary schools, we have St. Teresa, Namilyango. They are girls. Yes. Then we also have boys who came from St. Joseph Nagarama Mixed Primary School. Okay. So we have dancers and those who are the members who are singing. But and apart from those who are just singing here, we also have a big band, brass band, of almost 200 learners. That brass band comprises of 5 schools. We have Namilyango College, we have St. Joseph Seminary Nyenga, we have Our Lady of Africa Namilyango, we have St. Joseph's Senior Secondary School Nagarama, we also have junior boys, Namilyango Junior Boys. So it's a band which is like of 200 people. Okay.
So how many schools are we expecting tomorrow?
Tomorrow we are expecting schools from all over the country. But we are sure that Lugazi Diocese, they are going to have pilgrims here, students, learners, pupils, they will come.
Are they as well trekking, coming this side?
It will be hard for them to trek, since they are already in school. Some of them are in boarding schools. To be in a boarding school and you trek, it may require you to put off some programs. So in order to catch up with the school programs, you are expecting them at least to arrive here very early tomorrow in the morning. Maybe by 6 people start entering, or by 5, those who come from near, those who come from very far. You expect people to use buses, to use other means of transport to reach here in time.
Okay, so what is the role of this, let me say, student pilgrimage, especially tomorrow, and also will they be available until 3rd, that is Tuesday?
We are not expecting students to be here up to 3rd. We realized that students have been missing coming here on the 3rd, because most of them, you find that maybe if you are in the boarding schools, it is very hectic for the school to organize to bring students who are pilgrims here, or pupils who are pilgrims, and bring them here. So that's why this day came up, to give learners a chance also to have a pilgrimage to Namugongo. Okay. So on the 3rd June, for them, they can stay in their schools, maybe they can watch on TV, but when they have also got a chance on their own, to be as a group of learners when they are pilgrims here.
So what benefit does one as a student have, especially by attending tomorrow's Students' Pilgrimage Day?
The benefits which the adults get from here when they come for the pilgrimage, those same benefits also apply to the students, to the pupils. Okay. It is for their spiritual growth. And even if they need something to pray through the matters, they can pray and get. People always have various testimonies when they are prayed through the matters. So the benefits can be many, depending on the person and the devotion that person has towards the matters.
Lugazi Diocese has taken a moment to reflect on its humble beginnings during its first animation of the Uganda Matters Day celebrations in 2003, while unveiling a more inclusive and yet expensive approach for the upcoming 2025 event. According to Dr. Augustine Kato, the head of the laity in Lugazi Diocese, the diocese by then had a small number of parishes and priests, but has since grown to encompass 33 parishes and over 20,000 lay faithful.
Lugazi Diocese reflects on their previous animation of the Uganda Matters celebrations in 2003 and unveils new futures for the celebrations of 2025.
Mulundi guno essaza lye Lugazi yeliteeseteese era kati guno mulundi gwa kubiri ng'essaza lino liteekateeka omukolo guno. Twasembayo okuteekateeka omukolo guno ogwa Namugongo mu mwaka gw'2023. Essaza lyali lyakatandika kuba lyatandika mu mwaka gwa 1997 ng'essaza likyali tto, bafaaza baali batono nga n'abantu batono nga n'abakkiriza batono. Naye kaakati bwayiseeyo emyaka 28 ng'essaza lino bukyanga libangibwawo. N'olwekyo twebaza bakama baffe aba Episcopal Conference abatuwadde omukisa guno ogwokubiri okuddamu okuteekateeka Namugongo. Tuzze okuteekebwa olunaku luno ng'essaza likuze. Emyaka 28 gye tubaddemu nga tukulembera omusumba waffe Christopher Kakooza, abantu beeyongedde. Kati tuweerera ddala abakristu 200, ku parishe zaffe 33, ku dinare zaffe 6, era ng'abakkiriza bangi ate nga n'abaweereza ba Katonda nabo bangi, kuba kati tuweereza ddala bafaatha abaweerera ddala 10 n'abasisita bangi nnyo. Ekitundu kyaffe ekyo kirimu ebyalo ne town. Mu byalo abakristu bangi ate naffe wano mu town era nga tuli bangi.
According to the head of laity, Lugazi Diocese, Dr. Augustine Kato, he encourages the faithful to expect prayers and explains the entire program.
Abakristu ab'e Lugazi n'abalala bonna abava mu bitundu ebya Uganda n'ebweru basuubira ki? Mu kulamaga okw'omulundi guno tekugenda kukyuka nnyo kulamaga kwa bulijjo, kubanga bwe tuba nga tuzze okulamaga tutambula nga tujja mu kifo ekitukuvu ng'ekigendererwa kwongera kukkiriza kwaffe. N'olwekyo abakristu abanajja bonna tubasuubira okujja wano okusinza nga twongeramu amaanyi okukkiriza kwaffe mu Katonda waffe. Naye waliwo ebintu bingi nnyo ngaffe ab'Olugazi olwaleero ebiteekeddwateekeddwa wano. Ennaku z'omwezi tutandikira ddala okuyingira wano ng'ennaku z'omwezi 3 tujje, naye nga 3 olujja kuba lw'abaana b'amasomero. Ekyo kyanjawulo nnyo kuba kibadde tekibeerawo. N'olwekyo abaana baffe bonna ab'amasomero mu Lugazi Diocese ate ne Uganda yonna nabo bagenda kubeera wano n'okulamagwa kwabwe ng'ennaku z'omwezi 3. So ekyo kyanjawulo. N'olwekyo tusuubira abakristu baffe okujja wano naye nga baana bato abali mu ssomero n'abatali mu ssomero. Era bajja kujja wano nga 3. Emmisa egenda kukulemberwamu omusumba waffe Ssaabasumba Paul Semwogerero ow'e Kampala n'amasomero gonna agali wano.
Before the 3rd of June comes, different activities are taking place at the Namugongo Catholic Shrine.
Ate tuteeketeeke olunaku nga 3 okwo nno tusuubira abantu abakulu bokka be bagenda okuyingirawo wano. Abalamazi bonna nga bwe mukimanyi bayingirawo ekiseera kyonna ng'olunaku terunnatuuka, abamu basulawo wano naye tuyingira na kusaba. Waliwo novena tuteeseteese ababulizi ab'enjawulo, tuteeseteese bafaatha ab'enjawulo abagenda okuyimba, abagenda okukola ki, ebintu byonna. Kati tugenda okutuuka ku lunaku luli olwo kyedomole abalamazi bonna ab'e Lugazi bagenda kuyingira wano, okuyingira okw'enjawulo mu nnaku z'omwezi lumu bayingire wano ku ssaawa nga 11. Awo omusumba waffe asooka atukulembere mu mmisa etuyingiza mu kifo kino. Kati ennaku z'omwezi lumu awo enkeera tutandika okweteekateeka. Ku olwo tusuubira ebintu bingi nnyo bye tuteeseteese ku balamazi baffe abagenda okujja. Of course okusaba omusumba waffe yagenda otukulemberamu lita gy'ateekeddwa bulungi nnyo era ng'okulamaga bwe kubeera tuteeseteese abagenda okuleeta ebirabo mu litajje bagole bagenda okulwalwa abagole bye tubadde tuteekateeka emabega eyo omwaka mulamba be bagenda okuleeta ebirabo wano. Abalamazi baffe tubasuubiza nti buli anaayingira muno ajja kuba awulira ate ng'alaba bulungi ekigenda mu maaso. Buli wamu wagenda kubeerawo emizindaalo nti ne bw'otopapa ne bw'obanga oli wala nnyo gwe tofaayo ojja kuwulira bulungi nnyo. Ate era tuteeseteese nti ne mu bifo ebyo bye tusuubira okubeera nti abantu tebalaba bulungi waliwo gundi ez'amaanyi, screens ez'amaanyi ate nnene abantu kwe bajja okulabira obulungi nnyo okusinga n'abaana abawano okumpi. N'olwekyo abantu baffe batusuubire kirungi kyerere kubanga tuteeseteese bulungi nnyo okubeera nti omukolo ogwo gutambula bulungi.
M. Frank, Uctv News.
With the Centenary Bankers' strong and visible presence at festivities leading up to Uganda Matters Day through direct support and participation, the bankers' deep-rooted connection to the Uganda Matters continues to stand out. Speaking to UCTV, Ronald Kajimu, the manager, agent banking at Centenary Bank, has shared insights into the bankers' unique and long-standing relationship with the Uganda Matters Catholic Shrine in Namugongo. He highlighted how the bankers' mission and values are inspired by the legacy of the Uganda Matters, making their continued support both meaningful and spiritual.
We are part of this celebration. Us being part of us being a faith-based institution, we are part of the Catholic Church by our nature. You know our history of 40 years or when we formed the bank. And basically we are part of this. And of course, this time round, we have still continued to partner with Lugazi Diocese, who are actually the lead, who are organizing this. And as Centenary Bank, we are the partner, a financial partner, because we are a bank of the people. And Namugongo is something for the people. So where the people are is where Centenary Bank is. Okay. Yes.
So what activities exactly does Centenary conduct, especially in a celebration like this one? This is the biggest celebration that we have as a church, as also an institute, Centenary Bank.
Well, I don't know where your cameraman is, but you can see. You can see what Centenary is actually doing. We have provided tents here, and the tents are for the people. If you can see, if you look at that tent over there, there is a health camp. Whoever wants to actually check on their health, they can actually use that tent. You've seen those tents there, those ones that are supporting security. So for us, we are a partner. We have partnered with every service provider here to assist that local Ugandan to celebrate with the matters. Okay. Yes. So we are doing all sorts of things. But even then, as we pray, if you feel that you can open an account, our team is also there. Our team is there if you want to open an account. But also, I would like to rally all Ugandans to actually come here and pray with us, but also contribute to the celebration of the Uganda Matters, to contribute to the rehabilitation of this place. This place really is not just for Uganda only. This is a tourism place. So, and of course, what we have done as Centenary Bank is through our agents that are all over here, we have put what they call an event code, whereby if you want to contribute whatever money you have, you just go to our center agent and you tell them, I want to contribute to Kulamaga. There is a code called MEVT 1013. Of course, the agents already know that code, so you can come and be a part of this. But of course, as Centenary Bank, we are here, we have always partnered with the ordinary Ugandan, as you are aware. So Namugongo is really part of us. Even next year, we shall be here. Namugongo is part of us. In fact, I don't know whether the cameraman can look at that. Oh, yeah. Yes, if you look at the basilica here, and you look at my badge here, there is a very big difference. And of course, you know our colors here, the red, the yellow, and the blue. All those are colors of the Catholic Church. So we are part and parcel of Namugongo. Okay. And of course, I would like each and every Ugandan to come and celebrate with us. Already you hear the services already going on. There are rosaries. Of course, 3rd June will be the peak, definitely. But out there, I also know that I think tomorrow students are coming. Students out there are going to come. Saturday, there will be different groups of people coming. And of course, ladies and gentlemen out there, in the Catholic Church, this is a Jubilee year. And it happens once every 25 years. So this Namugongo is even more special because now, since it's a Jubilee year, I know we are going to open the holy door. And we're also going to get special blessings because of the Jubilee year. So ladies and gentlemen, please come and participate. You can participate financially. You can participate by coming to pray spiritually, physically. You can provide moral support. For us, we are here checking and to ensure that each and everyone is okay.
Away from that, the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Honorable Matia Kasaija, has voiced strong concerns over widespread tax evasions, particularly among business proprietors who continue to demand quality public services without fulfilling their tax obligations. While officiating the launch of the 2025-2026 National Budget Month, Matia Kasaija called on all Ugandans to embrace tax compliance, stressing that sustainable development and the delivery of essential public services depend on the government's ability to generate sufficient domestic revenue. Earlier today, the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development officially launched the National Budget Month for the financial year 2025-2026, a period which involves a series of activities aimed at enhancing transparency and promoting citizenry participation in the budgeting process ahead of the official budget reading in June. In his remarks, Finance Minister Matia Kasaija reiterated the government's commitment to fostering prosperity and improving the well-being of all citizens.
Governments across the world exist to deliver prosperity and to improve well-being of their citizens. We are not just here to play. We want our citizens to be happy, first of all to be healthy and happy, and of course rich.
However, he expressed deep frustration with the citizens, particularly business proprietors, whom he accused of double standards by dodging taxes, while still demanding high-quality public services.
Actually, I remember my father, whenever he paid his tax, that night, he spent his dancing. Have you heard? But today, people are refusing to pay taxes. Why? Where do I go? You want me to mortgage your country?
It's upon this ground that he called upon eligible taxpayers to embrace paying taxes so that the government can ably meet its financial obligations and deliver essential public services.
Please, business people, those who are working, pay your taxes. These taxes are meant to make your life easier. You want roads, you want schools. Now that even now we have go to planes. They want security, and they want you to enjoy your country. Move from here to there, and nobody saying where are you coming from and where are you going. So please, tax. I'm appealing to you, everybody.
On behalf of the Uganda Revenue Authority, Mr. Abel Kagumire asserted URA's desire to get closer to the taxpayers in the spirit of harmonizing the system of tax collection.
And we want to assure you that we are here to support all the measures that have come up so that we are able to collect the last penny. Our biggest challenge has been the informality, the informal sector, but this is where we are coming in and partnering with other government agencies and local governments to make sure that every citizen contributes to this budget.
The door launch was attended by a number of civil society organizations' representatives who, among others, urged the ministry to swing into action and formalize all businesses in the country, which they argued that it would widen the country's domestic tax base and also find remedy to de-escalating corruption incidents.
The fight against corruption, I will always bring it here, that corruption has become regularized. People don't fear corruption, they still walk on the street. I think we need to deal with the corruption squarely, because corruption, like prostitution, cannot be eradicated but can be reduced to a level that our development can take place. The other challenge that you're going to face, Honorable Minister, is increased domestic borrowing. Because this time around, you've really been very ambitious in terms of borrowing internally. And you plan to borrow around 11.3 trillion domestically. We think that our friend Asim is likely to be crowded out. And under such, his issue around access to affordable finance is still a notch higher. 90% of our businesses are MSMEs. They are the dominant force. They contribute 90% of GDP. They employ in the millions of people. However, many of them are informal. And you know what informality means. Mr. Kagumere knows that informality breeds certain inefficiencies and ineffectiveness. So we want you to prioritize the support towards that formalization.
The national budget for the financial year 2025-2026 themed full monetization of Uganda's economy through commercial agriculture, industrialization, expanding and broadening services, digital transformation, and market access, aims to boost public awareness and engagement. With a total allocation of Uganda shillings 72.4 trillion, that is approximately $20 billion, similar to the current fiscal year's Uganda shillings 72.1 trillion. Key focus areas include agro-industrialization, tourism and mineral development, particularly in the petroleum sector. This budget also seeks to prioritize citizen-centric initiatives and encourage feedback from the public. Joseph Kavai, Uctv News. The Minister of State for Lands, Honorable Sam Mayanja, has ordered the immediate cancellation of land titles on the disputed 19 square miles in Gomba district and instructed that all evicted residents be allowed to return to their land. The directive was delivered during a tense community meeting at Kasina Primary School in Madu Sub-County, following mass evictions by the National Forestry Authority. The NFA claims ownership of the land based on the 1964 allocation by the former president, Milton Obote. Now, the evictions, which affected over 2,000 residents from Madu and Chai sub-counties, have sparked outrage, with the locals accusing security forces of brutality and gross violation of their land rights.
All the title deeds, all those who have got titles in this forest, whatever, because the NFA destroyed these forests. There's no forest anymore. They instead replanted eucalyptus trees. Eucalyptus trees, those are not replanting forests. Therefore, all the title deeds were illegally given, and I have ordered that they be cancelled. Number two, all those people who were evicted here regain their land in an orderly manner as shall be organized by the RDC. Number three, everybody, as directed by the president, they will get title deeds of 49 years, extendable as per law to freehold. Number four, the people who have been antagonizing people, especially Mugisha, Chibuka, and the others, they will be arrested. A warrant of arrest will go looking for them, and they be arrested on several charges which I have cited here. Malicious damage, forceful entry, assault, causing bodily harm, all those and others. Also, those others who have not been mentioned, but the population can identify them. Let them make statements, they lodge them with the DPC, with the police, they will all be arrested. The government, as I said, those individuals whose titles have been cancelled can only come here as visitors because they have no land here anymore. Those were the main directives, where the people requested unanimously that they are at peace here. They don't need armed detached here. So the armed detached should be wound up and taken to other places where they are needed, or back to the barracks. Here, the civil police station is sufficient to keep law and order. You see, NFA is supposed to protect and reserve the natural forests.
We want to take this opportunity to thank the president that the people of Karusina you fought with, you gave them hope last week. Me, myself, I was beaten, almost killed by Grace Ngabirano on 9th of May 2003. You understand? So people were raped. Like Chomgisha Aren, that woman was raped. Nchondo, his 100 heads of cattle were stolen. Houses were burnt to ashes, like the house of Mukade Kaizire Costa, the house of Mr. Mbwewe, and others were burnt. You see? So people were beaten. So we ask that the people be given hope and their land be returned.
Abantu balina okubeera wano n'abaana basome ate neekeera enkya neegamba nti egobewa abantu. Kyenjagala okutaasa gavumenti yange nti bino bye mulaba ebikoleddwa wano ebibonyabonya abantu ebikaabya abantu n'okukyawa gavumenti ya President Museveni. Ebikolwa ebyo by'abantu ssekinnoomu abamu nga bannaffe bakola mu ofiisi zaffe eza gavumenti abeenoonyeza ebyabwe ne babituukiriza naye ne baleka nga abantu ba Museveni babonaabona ne batuuka n'okukyawa ki gavumenti yaabwe. Ekyo mukitegedde.
On our Uganda Matters feature, we bring you the story of St. Athanasius Bazekuketa, the patron for those in charge of finance, treasury and banks.
Saint Athanasius Bazekuketa Kiza was a Muganda of the Monkey clan. His father was Kafero Kabalu Sebagala. The mother was Namukwaya Kadulibale Nalongo of the Buffalo clan. The matter was born at Chikuma near Mulaje Parish in Bulemezi County. Bazekuketa was taken to the palace of King Mwanga II and became a page under the leadership of Charles Lwanga, who soon instructed the boy to Catholicism. Bazekuketa was a clean, orderly, faithful and obedient boy. He was selected to be in charge of the king's ceremonial robes and ornaments. Athanasius was chosen to be in charge of the king's treasury of money and ivory, though he was still a boy. While he was performing his duties perfectly and taking the religious instructions seriously, King Mwanga started persecuting the Christians. Monday night of November 16th, 1885, 18 catechumens, in fear of being killed without receiving baptism, were baptized, Bazekuketa included. He got the name Athanasius. Joseph Mukasa Bali Kudembe had been killed on the 15th of November, 1885. Athanasius was then arrested with his fellow Christians on Wednesday, 26th May, 1886. He was very happy and always eager to die for Christ. The next morning on their way to Namugongo, Mukajanga, the chief executioner, asked, "Who would like to be killed here where your Christian leader Bali Kudembe was killed?" At once, Athanasius answered, "Here I am. Why delay me as if there is no death here and take me all the way to Namugongo?" Athanasius was speared to death at Nachivubo, where Bali Kudembe was martyred on Thursday morning, 27th of May, 1886, at the age about 20. Athanasius is patron of those in charge of finance, treasury, and banks.
Let's go for a short break, and when we return, UCTV News continues.
UCTV, good news for all.
Radio Purchase, the best value-based community radio in Eastern Africa, running 24/7 with professional staff and solar energy backup of up to 500 kilowatts peak. We rock the whole of northern Uganda and the world using 7 languages on 90.9 FM and 94.5 FM in Arua on Ediofe Hill, 99.7 FM at Moyo on Adua Hill, 101.4 FM at Fogod in Gulu, and online at www.radiopurchase.org or download the Radio Purchase app from Google Play Store and Apple Store. Radio Purchase, peace of Christ for all.
Thank you for watching UCTV News. It is now time for Today in History. And with that, I thank you for watching UCTV News. I am Joseph Kabali. I wish you a good evening.